Our active games all started 2 weeks ago back at Eastridge Primary School. Clyde, the mascot for the Commonwealth Games, came to visit and we revealed our baton for our active games. Held by baton bearer Lexi Glendinning, winner of our school's competition to write the message to go in our baton, replicating what they do with the Queen's baton relay.
I'm delighted to be here at Eastridge Primary School this afternoon to witness the visit of Clyde, the Commonwealth Games mascot, spreading the positive message of the forthcoming Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games, especially in Scotland's designated Commonwealth Village. In 2012, Dumfries and Galloway Council saw in the active games the potential to realise a meaningful sporting legacy from the London 2012 Olympic Games and Paralympic Games, and the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow 2014. The active games are designed to motivate, engage and inspire young people, parents and teachers in the run-up to the 2014 Commonwealth Games and beyond. 8-year-old Rowan McMaster, who designed the Active Games logo in 2012, had the honour of carrying the flame resembling the Olympics into the opening ceremony of a memorable Active Games final in September last year. The Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games are preceded by the Queen's Baton Relay, which leaves Buckingham Palace in 48 days' time, carrying a message written by the Queen. It will travel via 71 Commonwealth countries across the world before returning to Scotland and the opening ceremony, where the Queen will receive the baton and read the message out to the world. We recently ran a competition in all 103 primary schools to find a child that would carry our baton into our Active Games final this year. The child who we believe wrote the best message in the spirit of our active games would carry the baton and arrive in the opening ceremony in VIP style. We now know they will be greeted by 510 athletes, where they will read out their message enclosed in our very own specially designed Active Games baton. The winning message that will be read out at the opening ceremony is a heartfelt invitation to all the athletes from across the region to our final Active Games event on the 7th of September in Dumfries. Well, I am delighted to be joined by fellow councillors, sponsors, Active Games sporting ambassadors and Clyde, the mascot for the 2014 Commonwealth Games, to now reveal the Active Games baton design. And I would like to bestow the honour of revealing the baton to the winner of the competition, who composed what we thought was the best message and captured the essence of the Games. Ladies and gentlemen and children, our baton bearer for 2013 Games, with her winning message to be placed inside the baton, 9-year-old Lexi Glendinning from Eastridge. Lexi. Well done.
Open it. Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our baton for the Active Games 2013. Thank you all for joining us here for the big reveal.
So what did you have to do to win this competition? Tell me all about it.
You had to enter yourself and write a message about Commonwealth Games, and you had to put it on, you had to go on this thing and then type it on. You had to send it to Callum.
Yep.
And then I took my information to him on a gymnastics competition, and then I won.
And you won. How many schools were involved? Do you know?
All over Dumfries and Galloway.
All over Dumfries and Galloway. And how do you feel about winning the competition?
Great.
Great. And how did you feel about putting the message inside the baton? How do you feel about that?
Excellent.
How important do you think it is?
Lots. Bigger than the baton.
Bigger than the baton. And is everybody proud of you, are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2013 Active Games Final. So now we have a performance by Maureen Smith's School of Dance, who will perform a Scottish and Irish dance to welcome our visitors from Northern Ireland today.
Come down from the Isle of Skye, I'm nowhere they think in the mouth of shy, and the lassies shout when I go by, Dumfries Galloway, let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in my feet they'll go, all the lassies say hello, Dumfries Galloway. A lassie took me to a ball and it was slippery in the hall, and I was feared that I would fall, but I had me on my trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in my kit I'll go. All the lassies say hello, down to where's your trousers. They pull my hair, they sew my coat, well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast today. She is a marching band to play, hey, won't you tell me how to shake? Tell me now when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they sew my coat, well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast today. She is a marching band to play, hey, won't you tell me how to shake? Tell me now when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they sew my coat, well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast today. She is a marching band to play, hey, won't you tell me how to shake? Tell me now when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they sew my coat, well, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast today. She is a marching band to play, hey, won't you tell me how to shake?
Sporting ambassadors. First up, he's a Scottish athlete and hurdler who won a silver medal at the 2006 Commonwealth Games in Melbourne. It's Chris Bailey! Next up is Dumfries-born badminton player in 1996, Team GB Olympian, badminton player in Atlanta. It's Anne Robertson! Andrew Mayer, our original swimming ambassador, could not be here today, but we are thrilled to have in his place an Olympic swimmer who competed in the 100 and 200 metre breaststroke in Beijing in 2008 and is a Commonwealth bronze medalist. It's Chris Gilchrist! our Scottish netball player who plays goal defence, wing defence and centre for Scotland. It's Claire Brownie! One of Scotland's best young riders and who has recently won a number of Scottish Youth Championships, was 4th overall in the British Senior National Track Series and has spent the last 2 years riding the Revolution Cycle Series in London, Manchester and Glasgow. It's Flora Gillies! Our penultimate sporting ambassador is Scottish #1 gymnast for the 4th year running, Scottish record holder and Scottish gymnast in the last Commonwealth Games. It's Amy Regan! Our last but not least sporting ambassador is the current European Boccia champion and London 2012 Para-Olympian. It's Stephen Maguire! Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for our Active Games Ambassadors 2013! Can I ask you please to stand for the national anthem of Scotland, sung by Leona Evans.
Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see you like again? That fought and died for your wee bit hill and glen, and stood against them. Proud Edward's army, and sent them homeward to think again. Those days are past now, and in the past they must remain, but we can still rise now and be the nation again that stood against them. Proud Edward's army, and sent them homeward to think again.
And please remain standing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the national anthem of Northern Ireland.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come he back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
Please give it up for Leona Evans there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Like the Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games, the Active Games has a baton. And carrying that baton along there is 10-year-old Lexi Glendinning from Eastriggs, winner of the baton competition, whose winning message is placed inside the baton. And the Queen will place her message to the athletes in the Glasgow 2014 baton before it departs Buckingham Palace in October on its tour of the 71 Commonwealth countries of the world. And like the Queen, Lexi Glendinning will now read her message aloud in our opening ceremony, like the Queen will in the opening ceremony of the Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games.
To the 500 athletes competing in the Dumfries and Galloway Active Games, the Commonwealth Games will take place in Glasgow in 2014. And to start the countdown, the Queen's baton really will carry the Queen's message to the athletes through 71 nations and territories of the world. It reads the message that sport is for all, irrespective of size, shape, height, weight and age. The Active Games represent the ability of sport to bring nations and schools in the region together to compete with respect, encouragement, inspiration and effort to achieve their maximum potential. Every cluster is represented within Dumfries and Galloway, and each competitor should take pride in representing their skill. Good luck and let the games begin.
Lexi Glendinning from Eastriggs, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lexi. We will now have the 3 oaths of our games, the athletes, officials and coaches' oaths, which are to ensure fairness and impartiality. Can I ask Councillor Hislop to come forward with the Active Games flag? First up is the athlete's oath, read out by Kirsten McFarlane, 9, from the Annan cluster, representing Scotland, who will hold the corner of the Active Games flag while reading out the oath.
In the name of all the competitors, I promise that we shall take part in these active games respecting and abiding by the rules, committing ourselves to sport in the true spirit of sportsmanship, for the glory of sport and the honour of our teams.
We will now have the official's oath, read by 1996 Olympian and one of our badminton referees, Anne Robertson.
In the name of the judges and officials, I promise that we shall officiate in these active games with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the true spirit of sportsmanship.
Thank you, Anne. We now have the coach's oath, read by Kate Maxwell, netball coach for the Glenkens cluster, representing Cyprus.
In the name of all the coaches and other members of the athletes' entourage, I promise that we shall commit ourselves to ensuring that the spirit of sportsmanship and fair play is fully adhered to and upheld in accordance with the fundamental principles of our active games.
Thank you, Kate. I'd now like to introduce you to Council Leader Ivor Hislop to say a few words.
Athletes, parents, sporting ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to every person at this opening ceremony, every athlete ready and waiting to take part in this sporting event, welcome to Dumfries for the 2013 Active Games. Many of us were stimulated by our Active Games final in 2012, a day that provided great enjoyment, inspiration and sport. But what can we say about sport? It has drama, it has purity, intensity and the spirit that makes it irresistible to take part in and irresistible to watch. We have had London 2012 and in less than 1 year the eyes of the world will return to Scotland in the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, followed by the Ryder Cup at Gleneagles. 3 years which is being labelled as a golden generation of sport, and following London 2012 and their motto, Inspire a Generation, people will be inspired to take part in sport once more. Without that inspiration and the aim of providing a legacy from the world's top sporting events, we would not have the event we have today. This event displays Dumfries Galloway Council's commitment to deliver a lasting legacy as a result of Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games, and is designed to inspire, motivate and engage young people in sport. In the active games, we also saw an opportunity to develop a set of values that will come to life during today's proceedings, when athletes compete in the spirit of respect, encouragement, effort, inspiration and potential. Sport has the power to unite people, communities and our nation in the way that little else can. We are grateful to the volunteers, clubs, coaches and officials who are being generous with their time and effort, and the sponsors of today's games for making everything possible. Event Scotland, Gates Power Transmission Limited, DNG Media and the David Stevenson Trust, we thank you. We are also delighted to welcome our friends from the Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games Council and a number of their young leaders. This is a result of our region being paired with Northern Ireland in the Glasgow 2014 Sport Scotland Support a Second Team national initiative. Through our active games, we aim to encourage young people in Dumfries and Galloway to choose sport wherever they live, whatever they do and whatever they believe. And I congratulate all the athletes who have earned a place at these games. I wish every athlete the best of luck today. But, like a true great athletes and legends of the sporting world, it is not determined but by if you win, but by how you compete. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you are inspired by our 2013 active games, of which I now officially declare open.
Today we have the active games final. This is the 16 teams from across the region, the 16 school clusters representing 16 nations of the Commonwealth, and they've come here today to compete in 8 sports. We have cycling, athletics, bocce, gymnastics, rugby sevens, we have netball, swimming and we have badminton. And all these children are going to compete. The winners from all the heats and the qualifying events from across the region are coming here today to compete in the finals, so we'll get our winners from the region today. This is the second year we've had the event. What happened in London 2012, we're looking to build a legacy on London 2012, and obviously we have Glasgow 2014 that's just coming next year. So it's just building that legacy about getting kids more physically active and involved in sport. Today we're lucky enough to have some sporting ambassadors here. We have one for every sport. It's somebody that's taken part in the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games, and it's somebody the children can aspire to. We had them coming in by a limousine in the opening ceremony, and you could see the frenzy, the excitement. So it's just someone that children can aspire to, and they'll work with them children during the day, giving them tips, talking to them, and it's just great for the children to be able to be around these sort of people. We have a delegation from Northern Ireland today. Every local authority in Scotland has been twinned with 2 nations in the Commonwealth. It's part of a Support a Second Team initiative for the Commonwealth Games. And they arrived last night with a lot of young leaders who are going to help deliver the sports. And it's just great that we can build the relationship and look to develop that as the Glasgow 2014 comes closer.
Commonwealth Games in 2014 have an initiative for each region in Scotland to support a second team. Dumfries and Galloway have been appointed as the region for Northern Ireland and Grenada. We in Northern Ireland have brought a group of children from all sections of the community over to participate in an active schools event. The children that we have brought over are from the Craigavon area, part of the Craigavon area learning community. And what we hope to benefit from the engagement of that group is to gain support within their schools in the Craigavon area for the Northern Ireland team. Each child will benefit from having been a volunteer at an active games and learning the benefits of volunteering. Some of them are participating in examination PE classes, and they will benefit.
This is a very important event. Obviously there's been a lot of work in schools and clubs working together in each of the clusters. They've been delivering the coaching in schools. club coaches have been going into schools working with teachers, and then they've been having heats, individual heats and events to get the winners from each. So this is really important. It's something for the children to aim to, and this is the final event that they're all coming back to here today.
I've come down as ambassador for athletics at the Active Schools Games, just here to try and encourage the kids and give them a bit of advice from each of the events and hopefully give them the best experience they can have from today. It's very important. It's great just to have them active, but also just to give them that introduction to what sport's like and what to expect at bigger tournaments in sport. And it's amazing to have so many kids out and trying each of the events and doing each of the events very well. Hopefully they just, for one, just a really good experience, have a lot of fun and picked up some good, have a good laugh and really get into what sport's like and hopefully get a sort of passion for taking up sport in the future. I think the main one is you've got to enjoy it. Sports has always got to be fun, so you've got to enjoy what you're doing and have fun with it and just relax and enjoy what you're doing the whole time. You don't need to take it too seriously. That's more when things go wrong.
Well, I started cycling when I was about 13 or so, because I live quite close to a mountain biking facility, but I really love doing road and track cycling. So I'm an ambassador for the games here. I think it's very important just to give them something to aim for, just have a rough idea of how they're doing. But hopefully they will have fun, because that is the main thing, but just more enthusiasm, inspiration.
The tag is 7-a-side, and it's the kick-off, tap and pass at all times, so no tackle. So the kids have to reach for the tags. You see the children have got 2 tags one down each leg. They reach for a tag. If they take a tag off, the referee will shout to pass the ball, and if they take 2 tags off them, then it's turnover ball to the opposite side. Today's regional tag festival finals. Today's teams are from Stranraer all the way through to Dumfries and including Wallace Hall, Thornhill. It's massive through club development stuff. We're around schools all the time, so it's great to see them all coming together as one final. So it's bringing people from all over the region together for rugby. But today it's all about fun, so hopefully they'll have great fun and start feeding into their local clubs. That's the main thing. It's to get the transition from school to club rugby.
As a netball ambassador at the Active Games being held by Dumfries and Galloway. It's been an absolutely fantastic event. There's been over 500 kids here and everyone's active and taking part, which is great to see. I play for the national netball squad and I have done for the last 6 years. I'm part of the national squad. I've got 46 caps and I'm currently part of the Commonwealth squad for 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. To see the smiles on kids' faces and the fact that they're really enjoying it is so important, because this is what gets them interested in sport, which hopefully will mean that they'll go on and play different sports out with this event, and they're all active and we can't ask for anything more than that. I think they'll be inspired, I really do. I think speaking to them and that, they are very excited. I think they'll have learnt new skills, how to be part of a team, new skills to do with the sport as well, and hopefully they'll be going on to take part in this sport out with. Just do it, go along, have fun and try something new. You'll never know how much you enjoy it and where it'll take you in life.
Today I'm here as a young ambassador for the Dumfries Active Games. So it's me being an ambassador. I'm here helping the kids, encouraging them and trying to get them involved in sport. So I'm here at the gymnastics hall, helping out with the competition, trying to encourage the kids to do well and just helping them have fun. I think they'll just have a great time. They'll learn a little bit about the sport, have a little bit of a background of competition nature, and I think they'll just have fun, meet new people and just really enjoy the day. Just have fun. If you really, really love sport, just keep at it and work hard, because you don't know what might happen. Just enjoy it. No, this is actually one of the first ones I've been to, and I think there should be more. It's great fun and I think it's great for the kids. It's giving them a little bit of background and knowledge of what competition and what a games can be like. I think they'll be a little bit nervous because I think it is a competition for them, so I think they want to do well, so there will be a little bit of nerves, but I've spoken to a few and the main majority of them have said they're just having such a good time and having fun.
I was asked to come along to be one of the sporting ambassadors. I live locally, and through my involvement in badminton I was asked just to come along and promote the sport today. I think it's a great experience for the kids today, probably something they've never experienced before, taking part in the opening ceremony, playing an event where there's medals at stake, and then closing ceremony at the end of the day when the medals are handed out. Once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of them. I used to play badminton at a high level, played for Scotland 106 times, 9 national titles, and my highlight was representing Great Britain in the 1996 Olympic Games. I think a lot of them today, because it's a competition event, they're all a little bit nervous, they're all really keen to win medals, so just a little bit apprehensive about what the day involves. I think the big thing is for them to take up a sport that they enjoy, go along with their friends and just have fun playing sport. That's the main thing when they're young, just to go out and have fun and enjoy playing sport.
I play in the sport of boccia for the last 8 years. I've been quite fortunate. I've been to quite a few European Championships and World Championships. Last year was the highlight. I competed at the 2012 Paralympic Games in London. That was a phenomenal experience. I'm here today as an ambassador to help the active schools, especially in Dumfries Galloway. I think there's over 500 children here today. It's just basically to help and inspire the next generation. I think the kids will benefit a huge lot from today. There's so much going on, they'll learn, they'll meet new friends, and they'll take away a lot of sport and integrity from this today. If the kids really enjoy it, I'd say stick at it. I mean, there's so many opportunities, no matter what level you want to go at, whether it be regional, school level, international level, Olympic level, the opportunities are out there, and it's about finding a sport that you love, sticking at it and keep going. I was quite late in starting at boccia. I think I was about 20, 21. So these guys have got a head start on me. So they're in a really fortunate position, and hopefully they take a lot from today. I think the kids here today, it's mainly about enjoyment, about getting active and getting involved. And there'll probably be a few little nerves around about, because that's part and parcel with sport. But the main object today is to get people involved and get them playing, and hopefully they enjoy the day.
The Dumfries Galloway Active Games, and this is the swimming part of the event. So we have all representation from all the schools here at swimming, all the primary schools and a couple of secondary schools. We're starting off today with the disability swimming events, where they'll do a length on freestyle and a length on their backstroke, and then we'll move on to mainstream, where all the representatives from all the schools will then compete in the main pool. I think it's with the legacy of the 2012 Games and then moving on to Commonwealth Games next year, I think it's so important that the children get involved in the competition side of it, but also for fitness to swim as well, keeps them fit and active, and increase their lifelong expectancy. As they get older, they'll enjoy the exercise, and that's something they can take away from school and stay with all the time. Fun aspect of it, a little bit competition and representing their schools and the countries that are representing with the schools as well. So for example, Annan is the Scotland team. We have representatives from all other Commonwealth teams around the world. These guys will have been training for this for a number of months. There was a regional qualification event where all the guys had to qualify and get picked for teams. So there's a bit of competitiveness there, but they've been training for this a good couple of times a week up until the event for maybe the last 3 to 4 months.
An ex-swimmer. I retired from competitive swimming about 1.5 years ago. I'm doing some work as a swimming coach, but I've also got a role as an ambassador for Scottish Swimming. And I was approached quite recently, actually. The original ambassador for these active games had to pull out due to illness. So I was approached about a week ago, asked if I wanted to be an ambassador for the Dumfries Galloway active games. And to be honest, I didn't really know anything about it. So I arrived at the opening ceremony this morning, and I didn't really know what to expect. And I got out of the car, and there was hundreds and hundreds of kids all cheering, and it was fantastic. And I suppose obviously the point of it is to try and encourage kids to be more active and increase their levels of physical activity. And last year using the Olympics as a bit of motivation, and this year, you know, looking a bit more towards the Commonwealth Games. So I mean, it's fantastic to piggyback on the back of these things and try and encourage kids to be you know, a little bit more athletic in their lifestyles. And what I've seen, it's been fantastic. So specifically, I'm an ambassador for the swimming here. So we're at the pool now, and they're just doing some disability events at the moment, which is brilliant. I mean, they've had 13 races altogether, full heats in each race. So you know, there's loaded heats, and they're going to have another warm up, and then they'll have the able-bodied guys, primary 6, primary 7, most of them. And it's pretty competitive. Most of them are pretty decent swimmers. And I'm just here to like lend a little bit of motivation. I did a little presentation upstairs to the kids about my experiences at the Olympic Games, and I'm going to do a little demonstration before they race, just for a little added incentive for them to maybe copy or, you know, get a little bit more motivated. And I think it's a fantastic idea, and I'm having a great day so far. Well, it is. I mean, there's no secret that in Scotland our health is not great, to be honest. The levels of physical activity are too low, and nutrition's not good enough, and that's something that has to be ingrained from a really young age. And I've been lucky enough that since I stopped swimming, I have the opportunity to go into some schools and give chats to some of the kids about that kind of thing. And when you can do it on a scale like this, where the kids are actually enjoying themselves as well, it just has a much bigger impact. I mean, this will stay with them for weeks and weeks, and hopefully longer. So, you know, if they can maintain this level year on year, and it'll be more difficult after the Commonwealth Games have passed, but you know, if they can get this as part of like the curriculum, and I'd love to see it in every area, you know, because the kids are absolutely loving it, and they loved the presentation, and they loved all the other sports that they've watched, and they were so excited this morning at the opening ceremony, even though the weather wasn't that great. They love it. It's like, it's us as adults who organise these things, who, you know, it's our responsibility to make sure these things happen, because if we organise it, they'll do it and they love it. And you know, that's only going to be good for the health of future generations, really. Pick something you enjoy. You know, I think all kids want to. I think the problem is, you know, nobody wants to be bad at something. And you know, not everyone's going to be great at every single sport, but there are so many sports out there and it doesn't require a lot of searching. You just got to find something that you're naturally adept at. So for me, it was swimming, because I'm quite tall, I've got long limbs, and I can keep a fairly good position in the water, so I was a good swimmer. You know, someone who's 5 foot tall and short and muscular might be better at gymnastics or something. So, you know, I'm not saying we should talent ID everyone from a young age, but you know, if there's something that you're better at, then you're more likely to enjoy it. So I'd just say pick something that you enjoy and something that you're pretty good at, and you're more likely to carry it on to you know, a higher level and be fit for the rest of your life.
Well, here we are today at the final of the active sports for Dumfries and Galloway, and it's been a wonderful event today. I think it'll give them confidence, it'll show them that, you know, they have opportunities, and hopefully it will actually encourage them to go forward and take more active sports. I think if you actually look at the facts, it brings people together from across the region and gets people to know each other, and gives them a wee bit of community in with their own schools as they're taking part in the events for their schools. It also gives them an idea that, you know, it's nice to meet their neighbours from Stranraer, Langham, or wherever it is that they're coming from today. I think it does have an effect on the local economy. It maybe take a wee while to work through, but some of these young children and people who are taking part today could be next year's sports stars, and with that, if we can bring people into the area because they know they're going to see good quality sports stars, it also helps with the fact that we have events. It advertises the region as a whole, and what a wonderful place it is to live in, Dumfries and Galloway.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and wide with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, damn.